name's Tim, welcome to Mitsubishi. Today we are doing a walk around video of our 2016 Triton MQ Exceed. In this video we're going to go around the outside of the car. I'm going to run through and just give you a really good idea about what great condition this car is in. We're going to jump inside and go through the interior as well. While the sun is starting to set with the overcast clouds, it is a great time to demonstrate the daytime running lights that you get with the MQ Triton Exceed. They come along the top of the headlights here, really giving the front a much more, I reckon, a much more dynamic look, really coming into the way the front grille is. This black paint job is also in absolutely fantastic condition as well, with front fog lights too. As we move around to the side, we've got these two-tone wheel on the Exceed. I like the way that the centre black builds out towards the outer side. With our brand new tyres fitted to this car, it is definitely a great look that they've come up with on this vehicle. We've got silver mirrors here, which when we do turn off the car and lock it, they do fold in by themselves, which is a pretty cool feature, and we do have built-in side indicators. A chrome side tubular side step, sorry I said side too many times then, to help with jumping in and out of the car. We've got keyless entry and push button start with our chrome door handles as well, and roof racks fitted to the top to go along with it. This car has been pretty much kitted out. It does have electric brakes and a tow bar, but I'll cover off that a little bit later as we go on. There are no marks that I can see that are worth pointing out to you guys. Stopping at our second premium alloy wheel, it presents just as good as the first with that brand new tyre. On the back here we do have a really nice canopy with sliding windows, and it is colour matched with a really nice smooth finish. As we come around to the back of the car, as I mentioned before, we do have that tow bar fitted to the bottom of the back of the car here, a reverse camera and a really nice rear bumper. If we do open up our tailgate here, there's even a genuine tub liner fitted into the back of this car, and then the previous owner has even put in a rubber mat on top of that. So they did want to take extra care of this vehicle as well. And there's a lot of security that goes into the back of these. You can lock it up nice and tight and don't have to worry about your belongings being stored in here. And it does seal up very nicely as well. Clicks in just into place, and then you just need to use a handle to open it up again. Very good design just there. As we move around now to the passenger side of the car, the passenger side of the car presents just as well as the first side did. No marks that I can see. Our diesel fuel filler cap here above our third premium alloy wheel, which is in fantastic condition once again with brand new tyre. One thing I would like to mention about the Tritons is you can actually use a high flow diesel on these, so filling up is a breeze at the petrol stations. With the Tritons, they do have the back cabin design like this. They call this the J-line. So what they do is they just reset the seat back a little bit, giving the rear passengers extra room, make it more family friendly than other utes that it competes against in this segment. Moving down the rest of the side of the car, no real marks again, just as we go through everything else. This car is in immaculate condition. We've only just got it here, and this is the first time I'm actually having a chance to go around it myself. Stopping here on our fourth and final alloy wheel, it's in absolutely fantastic condition with a brand new tyre yet again. So what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to pop the bonnet, then we're going to come around and we're going to talk more about the 2.4 litre diesel engine that powers this car along. Now I know they went from a 2.5 litre engine to a 2.4 litre engine when they did the MN to MQ update. But the way that they grade the size of the engine is they actually take the CCs and round them off. So all it did was the engine is the same engine, it's just been reduced in size by 30 out of 2,470 cc. So it's gone from 2,470 to 2,440, meaning that now it rounds down to the 2.4 litre engine. But the advantage is you do get the same towing capacity, the same power with less fuel used. Now this engine bay is in absolutely fantastic condition, and this engine still puts out 133 kilowatts of power and 430 newton meters of torque. Behind this we do have our 5-speed automatic transmission and a 75 litre diesel tank. Now you can average with this an incredible 7.6 litres per 100 k's driven, which works out to be around just under 1,000 kilometres per full tank of diesel. And as I mentioned before, we are not sacrificing anything away from our towing capacity, because this car does still tow the 3.1 tonnes when equipped with electric brakes, which this car is. Now being the dual cab with that J-line in the back, you're probably buying this maybe even to use for a bit of fun on the weekend with the family. This car does have a 5-star ANCAP safety rating and 7 standard airbags. So moving to the inside of our Triton Exceed, there are a lot of bells and whistles that come with this car, but let's also, while we're going through all that, take into just really observe the great condition that this car is in. So we do have on the door card here a nice piano black finish with 2 tones going on there and full electric window control. Moving the steering wheel to the right, we've got our paddle shifters. On the right control, we've got our headlights, fog light control and indicators. Behind that, we've got our side mirror control and push button start, as I mentioned before. Moving the steering wheel to the left, we've got our windshield wiper control. Steering wheel itself has got very little wear on it, if any at all, with our cruise control on the right and all of our Bluetooth here on the left. Moving now to the center, we've got a nice piano black finish around our entertainment unit. Our entertainment unit does have full Bluetooth control as well as satellite navigation, which I'll show you just quickly. Very nice, clear image that loads up. You can even expand it out, which is really good to see. I can't remember how to do it myself because I haven't played with it enough on this model, but it does expand to the full thing. Putting it back into reverse does have a really nice clear reverse camera with distance markers. You can easily see that tow ball there, so backing up to a trailer, boat or hitch, it's going to be very simple. Pressing on this and then pressing the monitor open button does drop the CD player down, revealing that you can load in a CD player behind it as well as a nice SD card. Clicking on that does bring it back up to close it off. Below this we do have our dual zone climate controls. If I just turn it on for a moment, you can actually have 2 different temperatures going on each side, which is a really cool setting to have, and all your fan speed buttons are just there in the middle. Moving down below that, we've got our rear diff lock button and our USB button right next to a 12-volt socket. Under here we got a nice little amount of storage, which is nice and handy to have. You can lock away anything that you don't want flying around that you need quick access to. Piano black finish around our auto gear shifter. Putting it into drive and pushing across can use manual buttons down here as well as behind the steering wheel. So back from that, here we've got our Super Select. So what Mitsubishi have is something no one else has. They've got their 2 high, which you normally have, their 2-wheel drive for pavement. Then they've got a 4-wheel drive for pavement, so an all-wheel drive mode that no one else has. Then they've got your standard 4 high and 4 low for off-roading modes. Just back from that, we've got dual cup holders. We've got 2 keys with this car, as well as keys for our roof racks and locking canopy on the back. Our handbrake here on the side. Just moving back from that, here we got a nice center console, which does have an ample amount of storage space in here, as well as a 12-volt socket just hiding in there. It's hard to see because it is a bit dark, and a tray on top. So now I'm just going to get my camera person to pan around the interior of the car. The full leather seats are in fantastic condition, as is all the carpet, the dash, even the way the style of the dash works as well. Moving towards the back, we do have ample room in the back for people and some ISOFIX seating options as well, if you do have those types of child restraint seats for your children that are going to be sitting in the back of the car. All in all, the inside of the MQ Triton, especially in the Exceed, is a very, very well designed vehicle that can be used both for work purposes, off-roading purposes, and everyday family uses as well. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you guys for watching our walk around video of our Triton MQ Exceed. I hope this video has answered any questions you have about the vehicle and given you a really good idea on the quality of this vehicle right here. Once again, take in those really nice daytime running lights. With the light we got going on right now, it is a perfect chance to really soak that in. One last thing I would like to point out to you guys, this car being in the condition it's in does qualify for our premium mechanical protection plan, which gives you 5 years of extra mechanical protection for the vehicle, as well as 10 years roadside assistance Australia-wide. If you'd like to know more about our premium mechanical protection plan, please click the link in the description below. But otherwise, guys, once again, thanks for watching our walk around video. Berwick Mitsubishi, customer service is where we thrive, so please give us a call at 9907 0555.